The Legend of the Liberty Burger. Once upon a time in the dark days of the Great Depression, when the streets of New York City were covered in cold fog and the sound of job seekers echoed on the sidewalks, there lived a young immigrant named Hans Muller. He came from a faraway land, carrying only an old suitcase and a dream bigger than himself. A dream to create food that could warm anyone's heart. Hans lived in a small corner of Lower Manhattan, in a tiny, rundown food stall. Every morning he stood in his narrow kitchen, grinding beef by hand, baking soft round buns, and mixing a secret sauce made from mustard, honey, and his mother's old spices. He didn't have much, but every bite of his food tasted like new hope for the hungry souls who came to eat. But good fortune doesn't always come to kind hearts. One day, the owner of a fancy restaurant across the street stole his idea and sold a similar dish, cheaper and in a better place. Hans started losing customers, and soon rumors spread that he was just a copycat. His little stall was about to close. In despair, he thought about leaving the city and going home with nothing. Then, on his last night, a small boy came. The same boy Hans often fed for free. "Mr. Hans," the boy said, "can I have your meat sandwich one more time? I really love it. Please, Mr. Han, I'm so hungry today." Those words touched Hans's heart. He went back into the kitchen. But this time, maybe out of emotion or desperation, he did something he had never done before. He placed a slice of cheese on the hot beef. The cheese melted slowly, blending with the meat and releasing a smell so good that it fooled the whole alley. The next morning, people lined up in front of his little stall. The smell of toasted bread and melted cheese filled the air, catching the attention of a newspaper reporter walking by. The reporter took a bite, smiled, and said, "It tastes like freedom, like hope that never dies, and it's delicious." The very next day, the city newspaper printed the story, "A Taste of Liberty in the Heart of the Depression." It told of a young immigrant who brought hope to the American people through his humble food. From that day on, Hans's simple creation was known as the Liberty Burger, a round bun filled with beef and melted cheese, a symbol of strength and hope in hard times. And even though Hans Mueller disappeared from history, his spirit lives on. Every time someone takes a bite of a warm hamburger on a city street, the legend lives again. The legend of an immigrant who turned struggle into the taste of freedom,